Billions of euros in losses and hundreds of jobs cut. Those are some of the concerns in France over what could happen in the country if the delivery of the first Mistral warship to Russia is blocked. It was already postponed again earlier this week. Aymeric Choprade is a senior foreign advisor to the French right-wing National Front Party, joining us live here now on RT International. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Another day, another delay. What's the real problem here?
The real problem, unfortunately, is a political problem. It comes from the pressure, mainly from the US and NATO countries, like Poland, for example. EU and US are pressuring very strongly France not to deliver the ships, the Mistral ships. And that's the main reason why Mr. Hollande decided to postpone the delivery, which is, in my opinion, a disaster for France, not only if we are talking about economics, but first because it's a lack of word. If we do not hold our word, it's a very bad news for France and for other countries.
As you say, it's a reneging on a contract here, going back on one's word, but you also brought in the issue of economics here. The deal is worth a huge amount of money. We're talking upwards of 3 billion. Can France afford to break it?
Yes, we are talking about 3 billions, and you can add to these figures the social cost, because hundreds of workers in Saint-Nazaire are working on these ships, these two ships, and it's a very bad news also for Saint-Nazaire and the city and all these workers. So 3 billions at the minimum, but maybe more. For sure it's not finished, I think. Maybe it's only postponed. But as I told you, the main problem is that the signal we send to the world is that we do not respect our word. And for example, if we are talking about the possibility to sell some Rafale jet fighter to India, it could put some doubt on the quality of the French signatures in the defense sector.
So, suggesting perhaps that if indeed there was a contract for France to sell Rafale fighters to India, if India did something that upset Washington, then Washington could just lean on Paris.
Yes, the problem, it was since many weeks that Washington was pressuring very strongly France and President Hollande and his government not to deliver. And the problem is that everybody knows that France is not deciding something like an independent country, but like a country that obeys to the US.
Well, there's one more question before I run out of time here. There's been plenty of speculation concerning the deal, some claiming that the Russian sailors were actually prohibited from entering the Mistral ship, fearing they could hijack it. Seems to be a fair lot of hype going on with this. Can you clear that up, and can you also explain, if the deal does not work out, if it goes down the drain, what happens to these two ships?
No, I think it's impossible to sell these ships to other countries, because they have been completely designed and featured only for Russia standards. So it's not possible to sell these ships to NATO countries now. The second thing is that we do not know exactly what happened with the Russian sailors. I think in reality the cooperation is still quite good, because the French army has very good relation with the Russian sailor, but it's only a political pressure, and they decided to postpone. But
Mr. Choprade, I'm so sorry for jumping in here, because you say this is a result of political pressure here. What does the average French person think of this?
If there was a poll, in fact, and it was 78% of the French people that think that we should deliver the ships to Russia. So that means that this governmental decision is not the reflect of the French opinion. French people are independent people. They think we should have a good cooperation with Russia, and they do not believe, for a large majority, to the pro-US propaganda regarding Ukraine and many topics like that.
All right, Aymeric Choprade, a senior foreign advisor to the French right-wing National Front Party. A great pleasure having you with us here on RT International today. Thank you very much.